record.
Test.
Read you. I hear you. All the things.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Watch when he points it back at the trailer.
Hi, this is Eddie, checking in on camera 6.
The dress doesn't look bad, but look at like the greens and stuff in the trees.
Yes. Now.
Tents, like everything looks just kind of dull.
Yeah. Like a little flat. Yeah.
Yep. Crazy because it doesn't look like that in the room.
Oh no?
Well, not for.
In the hallways or whatever?
No, I mean like during the service.
Oh.
They don't look flat.
Huh. Okay.
I wonder if he could warm it up again just a little bit.
Do you think you can warm the picture up at all?
Oh, not that I know of. I mean, the only place I know there would be some is the refrigerator in Mel's office.
30 seconds to the pre.
All right, 30 seconds out. All right, drop in 5 seconds. And here's the drop.
All right.
5.
Pre in 3,
Here we
2,
go. Ready, 7.
1. Blast off.
And dissolve 7.
City family, we're excited that you are joining us on this beautiful Sunday.
It's a beautiful Sunday. It's so warm outside. We thought it was going to rain, but it has held off for us. We're so grateful for that. It's a good day to be here.
So you are Caroline, you're part of our
I
student
am Caroline.
Does that look soft?
Staff here at the church. And I'm here with Tony, who's part of our creative and storytelling staff. Is that true? Did I get that right?
Yeah, story creative team. Yeah, it's kind of new, but like you can see, we're in a special location. We're out in the patio, and you know, we've got cornhole behind us. A lot of people coming to our guest services, first time attends, and we also have Vigilant Hope shower trailer behind.
Now, why do we have Vigilant Hope shower trailer here, Tony?
Well, we are celebrating.
I'm hitting record.
Since the beginning of May of the Love Thy Neighbor campaign. And
Hey, don't forget to hit record.
Spending the entire month of what does it look like to be
All
a
right,
good
yep.
neighbor, to care about the needs in our community. And one way we're doing that is partnering with a great local nonprofit organization called Vigilant Hope.
Yes, and Vigilant Hope is such a wonderful organization, and that name might sound familiar to you because Vigilant Hope actually is the one that serves coffee right here on Sunday mornings. You can go in the cafe, get yourself a specialty latte made with beans from Vigilant Hope, and they have a second location also, which is downtown, called the Roastery. And the Roastery is open all week. Unfortunately, Vigilant Hope here is just open on Sunday, but the Roastery is open all week long, and they are such a great place.
What's their slogan?
Their slogan is good coffee, good purpose. And when you go there, I promise you, you will be getting good coffee. But you're also supporting a really, really good purpose. And so what they're doing out here is, like Tony was saying, is that we're going to be having a drive all throughout the month, just collecting items for Vigilant Hope. We don't want to give away too much about that.
All right, show the names again.
More from some people on our team inside the building a little bit later.
Yeah, and you'll also hear a story of someone that was impacted by Vigilant Hope, the shower trailer, and just kind of different initiatives that Vigilant Hope is doing in and throughout downtown Wilmington to really combat poverty and those that are in need.
Yeah, absolutely. No matter where you are, whether you're watching online in a different state or whether you're just here in the building, there's so many different ways to participate in this initiative. So we'd love to invite y'all to do that.
All right, you can take the names out.
More about that soon.
Yeah, and you can get more information about it at our life page, portcity.church/life.
Perfect.
You'll learn about Love Thy Neighbor, all the different events that are happening here at Port City and outside of Port City, like Fuse Camp.
Like Fuse Camp. If this is your first time hearing of Fuse Camp, I'm really sorry because Fuse Camp is so awesome, and we're so excited to be
Is Nick up there?
He is not.
All right, that's great. I love that. So we are going to have a link during dismissal that points to the care page that we need to get added to broadcast and local. Megan is currently making the link. So Nick may have to run around or Matt and get that loaded in for you.
Okay.
Do you know how to load them, Alan?
No, I do not.
Okay. I feel like that's a thing that we got to teach you.
Yes. Nick
It's-
has shown me, but I don't. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's like in the library, but I don't know how to I know how to tell you how to get there, but I don't know how to tell you how to make it a slide, so I don't want to goof it up.
What's going on?
Oh, Nick, are you on comm?
Yeah. What's going on?
There's a link that we need added to the care page.
Megan is currently making a care link that we're going to use in dismissal for what Mike's talking about.
Okay. We start in a minute.
So she's, Roland went and followed up with Mike, and that's where they're going to send people in dismissal. So Megan's making the link, and then if we can get it in, that'd be super.
All right. Alan, I'll add it to CG2, and you'll have to pull it from me.
Perfect. Will do.
I'll let you know when it's in there, Nick. If you need another hand, Matt and Turner are floating around.
Yeah, we might need somebody to come up here if it's during the service, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn around and do that.
Yeah, they called an audible.
A familiar spot, seeing some familiar faces and spaces.
30 seconds.
It's just been great. The energy level was like even super high for. I mean, Gross and Treasure Island. It's always kind of crazy, but the energy was so much higher, and it was awesome. Something to celebrate.
So glad. Just so many to celebrate on this Saturday.
All right.
We're so glad that you chose
Get
to
ready,
be on the
Hans.
team. We'd love to connect with you.
All right.
Stand by 3.
Here we go. Ready for clean feed?
All right, we're going for Rollin in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Alan, if they end early, you should just go to black or go to 3 or something.
Yes, I usually have black ready to go
Oh, gotcha.
in the event.
Ready,
He actually
one.
went over
Take
today.
one.
What's that?
Tony went over today.
We're in the series Origins
All right.
still. The message is incredibly powerful. I heard it at 9 o'clock, and I am so excited for that today. We also are going to get to hear from Clay, our campus pastor, and then Corey, director of mobilizations, and someone named Lawrence, who works with Vigilant Hope. For those of you that are in the room, you may have passed a shower trailer. We're entering into Love Thy Neighbor. Those of you online, you heard Tony and Caroline talking about it, and we're going to enter into that together today. But we're going to start the gathering.
All right,
with
ready.
worship. I'm so excited to sing songs about who
3.
God is. You're reminded of who He is today, that He is good. And so let's stand up. Let's sing this in confidence today. Let's cling to these truths together.
Dissolve 3.
Nick, you recording?
Yes. Thank you. Ready, 5. Dissolve 5.
Presence was where I found home. You were there and you're here right now. In every high and every low, you never left me without hope.
Ready, 1.
You were good and you could right now. We know that He is. Come on,
Dissolve 1.
church.
All right, I need some guitar. Ready, 6. Dissolve 6. Ready, 3. Dissolve 3. Scott, let me see that guitar one more time. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 6. Oh, he's not playing. Ready, 4. Take 4. Sorry, Ken. Ready, 1. Take 1. Tallulah, will you grab Maggie? Maddie, I mean. You're on Maggie. Maddie. Ready, 2. Take 2. Oh, that was a weird cut. What am I doing? Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready 4, take 4, ready 5, take 5, ready 3, take 3, ready 6, take 6, ready 1, take 1, ready 4, take 4, ready 3, take 3, ready 2, take 2, ready 5, take 5, ready 3, take 3, ready 1, take 1, ready 4, take 4, ready 2, take 2, ready 5, dissolve 5,
Come on, we know this is true, that he's good. Let's sing this in confidence today.
ready 4. Hold for just a moment. All right, ready 4, dissolve 4, ready 6, dissolve 6, ready 3, dissolve 3. Scott, you seem just a touch dark. Come up to like 3.5 if you're not. Or if you are, try 3.2. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 2.
Brooks' lead guitar on this one.
Dissolve 2. Thank you, Jason. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. I think Brooks is out of focus, Jason. Ready 2. Dissolve 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Scott, hold that for a moment. Oh, Ken's over there. You're good. You can go to vocals. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Actually 6. Grab guitar. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Dissolve 4.
Next song is Keys and
Ready 5. Dissolve 5.
Marlon starts.
All right, Ken, you're free to go. Ready 3. Dissolve 3.
All my days, I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until
Ready 4.
I lay my head,
Dissolve 4.
I will sing of the goodness of God.
Ready 1.
Jesus is true all my life.
Dissolve 1.
And all my life you have been faithful.
Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 2. Dissolve 2. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Nice, Ken. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Jason, you can hold that guitar shot. Oh, okay. I've got Ken over there. Never mind. Sorry. I keep noticing that after I say something. Ready 4. Oh, Ken, we just need keys if you'll move. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 4. Vocals first. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 2. Dissolve 2. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Right. Gonna start taking. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5.
Rollin will pray and set up meet and greet.
Ready 1. Come in nice and tight, Karn.
We're just so grateful for these truths, these reminders.
Ready 1. Dissolve 1.
That no matter what we face, no matter what we walk through. in
All
every
right.
single season,
Yeah,
every
camera
single
4.
moment,
I can see you already starting to set up.
And God, I pray for every single one of us right now. Those of us that are in a season that we feel your goodness, that we sense your goodness. God, help us to walk in gratitude and walk in the
You want to come to another shot before Rollin's done praying?
God, I pray for the person in the room that
Maybe right after he prays.
far away. Would you remind them that you are right
Yeah,
now,
let's see. What do we got here?
right now, in every
All right, ready
single
3.
And there's hope and there's peace. There's
I'm going to
love,
use 3 as
there's
well,
joy,
but
and there's
Hans will
grace,
take you
Lord.
online and then we'll take
Yeah.
you in the room. So just continue with what you're doing that whole time.
For your love for
Ready,
us.
3,
Thank you,
take 3.
Jesus, for the sacrifice that he made so that we can have life.
3's live online, and then we'll go to 4 from there.
Life with you. We pray in his name. Amen. Hey, before you guys have a seat, thank you so much for
Ready,
worshiping
4.
us. We're really, really grateful. It's beautiful to worship together.
We still didn't talk about their light for this position. I keep forgetting about it.
We're going to have something really, really incredible here in
Yeah,
I told Matt this time.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay,
Don't know if
maybe.
they changed it, but I
Well,
did
you
tell
might
him.
have.
Go deep with one another, and then Clay will be up to lead us.
Ready 3.
and take 4.
All right, and
And
3
we're
is
going
live.
for
in
meet
the
and
room.
greet.
Hey, online family, we're excited that you're joining us. It's been an amazing worship experience so far. Really talking about the goodness of
All right,
God,
ready 5.
Him being a good father.
6. Okay, and Scott, run your aperture open as far as it'll go, nice and high.
Sometimes that's difficult for us.
If you got room to. Maybe you're up already. Ready 6. Yeah, there it is. Dissolve 6.
During this time, we'd love for you to connect with us. Whatever you're going through, whatever you might be experiencing.
We've got an online and a life, right? Yeah.
Jason, you got room to
Online.
aperture up?
/online. Fill it
There
out.
we go.
One of our amazing
Ready,
volunteers
5.
that will reach out to you
Dissolve
and,
5.
hear what's going on and pray with you.
Yeah, and in the meantime, while they're connecting in the room, feel free to connect with someone at home. Like John said, fill up that connect card because we want to connect with you. But also, maybe you're thinking about someone right now.
Ready 3.
Maybe it's that person that's
1 minute.
send them a text.
All right, you can clear it.
Dissolve 3.
I want to catch up, see how you're doing. So take this time to connect with someone around you, and then we'll continue to gather shortly. And actually,
Ready 3 online, maybe?
someone very real in a really personal way, and so we're looking forward to that.
So go, grab your Bible, journal, and get ready to really just hear about what love the neighbor
Poor
is.
Tony, sounds like he didn't know where he was going with that.
30 seconds.
Like you said, Caroline, we're going to hear a story
Ready
of individual
6.
impact. So, thanks for joining
You better go
us.
straight to
3.
3. Yeah.
Yep.
The rest
Dissolve
of your,
6.
Sunday with us.
And dissolve 3. 3's live online.
And 6 in the room.
That's a fun one.
Ready 5. Yeah, no, he knows what they're looking at. No, he's paying attention, really. We're just adding to the ambiance. Ready, ready 5.
All right, we're going in
Dissolve
3,
5.
2, 1. Go for Clay.
Ready 1. Dissolve 1.
And I'm going to do the same thing. Ready, 1, take 1. We're live. 1's live everywhere. And I'm with you.
Okay.
Just a 2-minute version of their story, but we do believe that that's what makes these times of connection so important in the life of our church, because we believe that learning someone's name and hearing someone's story speaks dignity, worth, and value into another human being.
Were you on 3 when they started? Did you show the graphic and the whole scene up there? Okay, cool.
Yep, I stayed on 3.
Ready 2.
We also get to learn a little bit more about
Pan left just a hair, Tallulah. Thanks. Ready 2.
and how we as a church get to participate in that.
I'm waiting for him to reference them.
Our community in our city of Wilmington, North Carolina. So let's start.
Take 2.
For that, I'm joined by our friend Corey Bullock, Director of Mobilization.
Yes, go ahead and show the names. Good call.
Yep.
Lawrence Miller with us from Vigilant Hope. You already got a thing club up there, Lawrence. So Lawrence, you work for Vigilant Hope. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
All right, and Scott, you want to? I think it was 4.5 that we wanted that camera on for this part, this portion. Ready 1. Take 1.
And I'm not going to take any wider shots on this first rotation of questions.
And then Scott, push in a good bit.
All of the items that they need to be able to have the function.
Yeah, that's great. Make sure Corey's in focus. Ready 5. Take 5. Sorry, Jason.
All right. 3, can you zoom out for me? Zoom out and pull in the screens. And then when we go into a tight shot again, I'll come to you.
90% of the stuff I do most of the work.
Ready 2. Actually, ready 1.
Which part of that means it goes all around, right?
Waiting for Clay to finish.
Serves the community kind of all around.
As of right
Ready
now,
1. Take 1.
3 churches that it goes to. We have the pantry
Give it
service.
appropriate wait time here.
Everybody is invited. Please come see us.
All right, ready 3.
1624.
And take 3.
All right, and stand by 2. Take 2.
And the First Baptist gets
Oh.
Tuesday nights.
I'll come back
Okay.
to 1. You can stay where you're at
Yeah,
for a moment.
I'll come to 2 here.
Ready 1.
Okay.
Take 1. Ow! I'm not hitting. All right. 2's live again.
And I'm coming to 2.
Yes.
Hit 2. 2's live everywhere. Is the microphone any quieter? I've got it like way away from my mouth.
Yeah, it's a little better for me.
Okay.
Karn says yes.
It's like sticking straight out in front of my face. It's kind of weird. Like I feel like I need to talk louder because it's further from my mouth, but I know that's not true.
I can still hear Blizz.
I ran into
Or whoever's in there.
Yeah, it is.
Ready 1.
once a week.
Make sure he's going to continue.
Get fresh clothes, get items that I need to get through the week, and I started hanging out. And
Ready 1. Take 1.
started volunteering, and now I'm on staff.
Ready 5. Take 5.
You talked about this earlier, but Vigilant Hope made a difference. There was some people. I mean, you met some specific
They
people.
did.
You met you, got your name, heard your story.
First
Ready
started,
1. Take 1.
Brother Kyle and Brother Jason, and it was just.
I'm just going to go to 3 right where it is.
Okay.
Ready 3 online?
Have that.
Hit 3 online?
To talk to them, and when I left, I always felt, better and reassured.
Hang in there, Scott. When Corey chimes in, we'll take you some more.
They were always constantly pointing me towards
Ready to go back
I
to
don't
1?
want to show the back of Clay's head when he's talking.
And take 1. 1's live everywhere.
the day I decided to
3, you're clear.
go to rehab and get clean. Going on 6 years now. Thank you, Jesus. Got baptized, and it's been a wonderful road.
Stand by 2.
Able to walk on. All of the time that I was on somebody else happier and not worrying about my needs. If I had something, even if it was the last thing I had, if I didn't need it, I would get it. Even being homeless. And in this opportunity that I got now, I'm told, hey, y'all have access to this, you can go get this, and I'm like, I got a job, I make money, I don't need to take this free stuff. There's community members that need this stuff. I don't need it.
Ready to
So I don't ever
take two.
I don't never get items. I would rather somebody else have it.
Vigilant Hope, has made an impact in your life.
Ready, 5.
But the Lord has made a big
Take
impact
5.
in your life. You might not have heard of him, but he recently got baptized, got married.
Yeah, got married in March.
Ready, 1.
Got a baby on the way.
I love it, man. So Corey, tell us a little bit
Ready,
about
6.
how we as a church.
Oh, ready 2 actually. Sorry guys. Take 2.
Like Lawrence.
Sure. So as a church, how we relate to Vigilant Hope.
And ready, 6. Let me get this shot of Corey where we can see his face better, and then you can.
Yeah, 3 if
do
you want to
something
set up with the screens in your shot, so zoom out, and then Nick will jump around a little bit, and when he gets to a tight shot of Corey.
Ready, 6. Take 6.
You talk about this idea a lot.
That was bad timing.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do?
What does that mean? What does that look like?
All right.
In your mind.
I'm going to come to 1 next if you want to
ready,
wait.
3?
Oh, okay.
I think about the parable of the Good Samaritan.
And then you'll see it change to 1 on
Yep,
screen.
yep, and take 3. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
3 and 6 are live. Ready, 1. Take 1.
There we go.
Yeah, that's awesome. And stand by 5.
I'm going to come to 1. You want to go to 5 first? You want me to?
No, I'm going to wait for Clay.
Okay. Ready, 1? Take 1. 1's live everywhere. 3, you're clear. Thanks.
And they said the one who showed mercy. And so in his seeking a definition of neighbor, he was looking for a label or a category, as in you're my neighbor because you're beside me. But what Jesus did and had a habit of doing was
I'll hit 5 when Clay chimes back in, and then we'll go back to 1 on Corey or Lawrence. Back to 6 again after that.
Kindness and love towards other, you become the neighbor. And so that's the call on our lives as well, is to be the neighbor to everyone.
Ready, 5.
So,
5's live.
We as a church have an opportunity to practice being a good neighbor. Can you tell us what that's going to be, what that's going to look like, what it's called?
Ready, 1.
So what it's called.
Take 1.
Love thy neighbor. If you were around 4 years ago when the pandemic started, we were asking the question.
Stand by 6.
If our church couldn't gather in the way we were used to, how would we get together? And the primary response was in our neighborhoods, in our homes, out in the community. We could be the church just as much there. And so what bubbled
And
up
take
about
6.
is this idea of how do we get to know our neighbors? How do we meet our neighbors? How do we engage with them and just interact with them on a normal, everyday basis? So this May, what we're kind of challenging our church to do is to do that again. We want you to get to know your neighbors.
Want to take 3 one more time?
Yeah, we can. All right, 3, you want to zoom out one more time? There we go. Oh, are you going to go to 1?
I am, after you go.
All right, ready, 3. And take 3. 3 and 6 are live.
Ready, 1. Take 1.
And so by collecting,
I'm going to sit on it here, 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. 1's live everywhere.
Everyone in our community, we get to support the work that they do in that way.
2, take 2.
If y'all go to vigilanthope.com, there's a list on there of what items we
Ready, 1.
for the shower trailer to give y'all an idea.
Take 1.
So yeah, vigilanthope.com.
And when you walked in, you should have received.
Ready, 1. Oh, ready, 2, take 2. Sorry, Karn. Go ahead and jump over to Clay.
Be reminded of what we're talking about.
Ready, 1. Take 1.
And then the different ways that you can participate. To begin praying, hey, what's the way that I will participate in Love Thy Neighbor this year? The very bottom's got a link to the website. It's got all the information you need now. It'll have more information.
Sounded like you said leak.
So that as we participate in
At the very bottom, it's got a leak.
this month, that we are prepared.
Stripping.
To not only be a good neighbor,
Thank you,
but also
Tallulah.
learn what that means to be a
Go
good
for it.
neighbor. So I'm really thankful for this moment. I'm really thankful for you, Lawrence. All morning, man, you have encouraged
Ready,
me so
three,
much.
take three.
You encourage our church. So I'd love to pray for you.
You can keep it
I'd love to
static,
pray for
Hans.
Vision Hope and for us as a church that we would enter into this and learn together.
Oh.
So would you guys pray with me?
Katie,
All
I
right.
guess we should
Yeah.
show up the link.
Thank you for this moment, God. I thank you.
I didn't, yeah, spaced on that.
Thank you for his courage,
Sorry, I forgot to. I was listening.
Ready, five.
his experience,
Take five.
which for many of us has not been our experience.
And Karn be ready to stick with Clay. I think he's going to stand up, potentially anyway.
He found people who were willing to get to know his name.
Tallulah, can it come out of focus any further?
The hard days and hard moments, we're willing to enter in with him. God, would we be
Yeah,
those who
that's nice, thanks.
for each other? And would we be an extension of that to people in our city who so often go unseen? Those who are unsheltered, those who do not have a home, God, that we would...
Scott, will you pull out more so we can see people a little
God,
bit?
that our heart for that will start with a heart for
Ready,
the
six.
person closest to us, God, who sometimes in
Take
our
six.
lives go unseen. God, in this month ahead, as we enter into Love Thy Neighbor, God, would you do something in us? And through that, God, do something through us. God, we love you. We thank you. Pray all
Ready,
this in Jesus'
three.
name. Amen.
Take three.
Y'all, can we thank Lawrence one more time?
All right, Katie, go ahead and start the other timer, the 1 minute. Giving setup.
Before
Ready,
the
one.
light comes up to continue our series on origin,
Take
it's
one.
time to give together. This is our time to participate.
And stand by two.
God is doing in us and through us as a church, in our city, in our region, in our world. The different ways you can give on the screen. In just a moment, our pastor Mike will be out. Thank you.
Right, and
All right, go
giving.
ahead and roll it.
We also have a grow zone number in, so if they're looking to give, they can also go get their kid. Ten seconds to bump. We go to the bump in 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead and roll the bump.
Stand by for Mike.
Ready, three.
All right, we'll go for Mike in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dissolve three.
Good morning. It's great.
We can hear Blues and Hunter.
Thank you so much for being here today. One of the things I love about just about what's been happening in Port City and
Ready,
it's
one.
been a while, but just the intentionality.
Actually,
of how
ready,
we
two.
try to leverage relationships and
Take
partnerships
two.
with,
What was his name?
With Vigilant
Go ahead and show
Hope
his
and a
name,
lot of things
Katie.
to do with the spaces, with the coffee shop, but also, in Leland, right now they're there, they're gathered in Leland, and they're in their new space. And part of what we're doing there is we're this weekend, or this week, the students from North Brunswick will be using the building for testing. And
Ready, one.
I was talking with the administrators this morning, and
Take one.
they said that
Hey,
the presence
you got a
of
little
Port
shout out.
City
Not
in
by
the
name, but
school is just noticeable, and that's happening in some of our schools here in our county and in Brunswick County, and it just makes me really excited about how we as a church are continuing to sort of push.
and his button is buttoned to the stone.
To really try to
That's good.
fill
Julie must have noticed.
broken
Somebody
places
noticed.
and to offer ourselves in ways that are helpful and redemptive to what most
That's
people
good, Jason.
experience, in the world.
No,
So it
her
just
the button,
makes me,
Mike's button. Oh, you didn't hear it.
really makes me
Yeah,
excited.
Mike's button was undone for the entire 9 o'clock service. The second one down.
We are in part 5 of the
Ready,
series.
five.
We're talking about the book of Acts called
Yeah.
Origins. And
Take
like I said,
five.
This has been one of my favorite series, and it probably is not going to be after today.
Ready,
and,
one.
This
Take
we're
one.
looking at this, and the reason is because what you see in the book of Acts is a real wrestling with the implications of what occurred. We often have tried to read, at least in my upbringing, I read the book of Acts as some kind of theological treatise of the early church. Like, this is how the theology is outlined, and you saw all these things that happened and you thought, we're supposed to replicate them. And really what I have noticed as I've been studying...
Hans, will you
the
check
last
focus?
few
I think
years,
the wall's in
particularly this
focus.
last time, is you
Put
really
Mike
see
in the center and hit that magnify button and see if you can get him tighter. Don't mess with your zoom. You want to keep your zoom where it's at.
For these early followers of Jesus, and so in there you've got
Okay, there you go. Keep your zoom there, and now see if you can get Mike in focus.
There's political turmoil. There's all kinds of crazy miracles. There's arguments and conflict and lots of drama.
And then once you feel like you've got it, you can turn magnify off so you can see what you're doing again.
At one of the pinnacle places, some
Yeah,
anthropologists
that looks a little better. I think.
acknowledge that this may be one of the pinnacle meetings in all of human history, and it's found in Acts chapter 15. So if you have your Bibles, you can turn there. And part of what I want us to remember
The wall's
is
still
that
in focus.
what's happening is the fulfillment.
So don't change your zoom after you get your focus, because when you change your zoom, the focus comes out. It comes out of focus.
For his purposes, and then they'll be sent back to bear witness. And that's what this book really is about. And this distinct people are those who belong to him. In the old covenant, it was called God's
Yeah, I think you got it that time. That looks good.
And we get to live out that reality as people who belong to God and who bear witness to that in the world.
And Tallulah, will you tilt up a hair and push in a hair?
But the problem is even people who are
Maybe just a little more. Yeah, there we go.
have opinions about things. Did y'all know this? And oftentimes they have strong opinions about things. And those strong opinions often end in conflict. And when conflict can't be resolved, it ends in division or fighting or some other thing. And we see this throughout the book of Acts. And so this is part of what I would think is the struggle for us as a distinct
Scott, we've lost you. I thought you were changing the battery, but maybe you didn't realize that it died. Get your tear deck. Ready, 3.
I want to give you two kind of big ideas that we've tried to articulate
Take 3.
As a church. You know, we're going to be 25 years old, and we've kind of looked and tried to understand.
Ready, 1.
You know, what has God been doing? What have we learned?
Take 1.
What have we become? How have we become that way? And one of the things that is really, I think, a real distinctive of how we have ended up being is that we hold a really strong value of belonging. The reason is that we believe the first step for you, for any of you, regardless of what you believe or where you come from, the first step is to belong. And that it is out of that belonging that there's hope for you to become.
All right, let's do a shot from 3. 1, can you, or 3, can you zoom out?
Most places, or what most of our perceptions are of church. Most places you have to.
There we go. Ready, 3.
Ready, 2. Take 2. Sorry, Alan.
All right. I can do this. Shot 2. Ready, 3.
You will become. So we work really hard to make that
And take
part
3.
of our church. And
3 and 2 are live.
The other part, the way we're structured and organized, and you've probably seen this in a lot of churches. If you see any of the kind of controversies around churches and scandals,
and we're gonna go back to 2.
And it's like narcissistic, and it's all these things, and it's like a hierarchy.
Take 2.
And we
2's live everywhere.
We heard, this something a couple weeks ago about somebody preaching and saying that you should never criticize a man of God. And I'm like, I am not above.
Did we ever get that link for the dismissal?
We should have it.
I'll check.
Very openly with how we do things. This is not a church where Mike goes up on the mountain, hears from God, and then comes back and tells everybody else what's happening. We work very, very collaboratively, and I depend tremendously on the men and women in our staff and other leadership bodies in our church to discern and to understand what the Lord is asking of us. And so what we realize is that our unity as a church depends on willing cooperation and deep trust. Deep trust. We don't force or push or drive. We work for willing cooperation, and we do that because we work to trust one another. And this happens in all the different iterations of our church. In fact, the way our board is organized, and this is in our founding documents, we make decisions, and I wrote in there by consensus, and every lawyer and every person who has read this, this is a terrible way to operate. Because consensus is just not, it doesn't happen very easily. And the reason we did this is because I don't want to be in meetings where I'm trying to persuade people to agree with me or to vote in initiatives and directions that I think are important. What I want is anybody who senses something different from the Lord to be able to say, hey, I'm sensing something different, and then let's wrestle that to the ground and figure out what we need to do. The other thing it does, it also says, I don't want someone in there going, well, I think we shouldn't do this because I have an opinion about that. I don't care. I want to know what is it you sense that the Lord is saying to you. So it forces us to actually work to help each other in our walks with God, since that's what we're dependent upon to make our decisions. And so it works this way, and it just requires willing cooperation, and it requires deep trust. And we work really hard to build that and build that and build that and build that over time. And so those are two things that I think are unique. And what you'll see is this is really how the early church, what they were
Six, you want to zoom out
some of this
for me?
In Acts 10. What's happened is...
Keep zooming out till we get the screens and some heads in the shot. Keep coming, keep coming. Now pan to your left just a bit.
The Gentile people are starting to become...
Yeah, and then pan to your left so we can get more of the screen in there. Keep going, keep going. There we go, right there. Ready, six?
One is
Take six on mine.
Moses, and these are God's people, and these other people sort of entering...
I'm ready, one in the room.
Without any concept of anything
Take one.
about the things that they're talking about.
And then I'll come back to one here.
So what do you need to do to be saved? So
Ready, one.
What happens,
Take one.
the Jewish people
One's
say,
live everywhere.
if you're
Thanks,
gonna be
six. You
saved,
can
go to the Gentile,
reset
you're
your shot.
You gotta be circumcised. This is
Come in
a
nice
big
and
deal.
tight on him, Scott.
It's particularly a big deal for the men, right? I don't want to get too graphic, but all the other ones were like 8 days old when this happened to them, and now you're talking, it's like, whoa, this is a big deal. So they're overlaying what's expected. What do you have to do to belong to us? That's the question. And so they're going through and they're talking about the commands of Moses and
Ready,
all this
six.
stuff. So they have, it says here they had sharp disagreements.
Take six.
So it's kind of fierce in there. And so what they did is they all met together. And here's how it unfolds in Acts chapter 15.
Ready, five.
In verse 6. The apostles and the elders
Take
met
five.
to consider the question, basically, how can Gentiles be saved? After much discussion, Peter got up and addressed them. He says, brothers, you know that some time ago God made a choice among you that the Gentiles might hear from my lips the message of the gospel. And that's referring to the message that he gave. Remember from a couple weeks ago in Acts 2, when Peter got up and he delivered the message and everybody heard it in their own language. Right? He said, this is what he's talking about, that God made a choice to do this. God, who knows the heart, has shown us that he accepted them by giving them the Holy Spirit, right? So he sees things that we can't see, and then he's stamped them or imprinted them or given them the Holy Spirit in the same way
Ready,
that
three.
he did to us. So
Take
the
three.
unity that he's talking about is the unity of God's Spirit in this. And then he continues on. He did not discriminate between us and them, for he purified
Ready, five.
their hearts. So this isn't just like open-ended. There's something
Take
that has
five.
to happen in us. There's a purification in our hearts as we trust. Now then, why do you test God by putting on the necks of the Gentiles a yoke that neither we nor our ancestors could bear? What they're acknowledging is that the law has never worked. Right? No matter how many laws God gave, we just kept adding more to it to prevent us from breaking it. It's never worked. It's led to power struggles. It's led to all these things that we're experiencing
Ready,
now.
three.
No. We believe
Take
that it
three.
is through the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ that we are saved just as they are. We all get in the same way. That's what's happening here. And that would be a great thing to talk about. So then they go through, and then the agenda sort of follows. You have Peter who gives his kind of account. Paul and
Ready,
Barnabas
one.
both stand up and they give their account of what they've been experiencing as they
Take
travel
one.
around, up into to Syria and around into what's modern-day Greece and Italy and those places and Turkey. And so they've all come to Jerusalem for this meeting. And then James, who's the brother of John, he gets up and kind of offers a summation of this whole thing. This is sort of the end. He offers a summation. He says, look,
Ready,
we've
two.
been talking about this. We've talked about what should happen.
Take two.
I think this is my summation. This is in Acts chapter
Ready,
15,
three.
verse 19.
Take
He said,
three.
It is my judgment. It is my judgment that we should not make it difficult for the Gentiles who are turning to God. It's my judgment that we should not make it difficult for them to belong. You hear that? You see that? We need to remove as many obstacles as possible for them to belong. And so what we should do is instead we should just write to them and tell them what we've decided. So there's some things that they decide that are required for this. And we have the letter. We have this is a letter that's almost 2,000 years old, written around a very controversial topic and subject of how can we belong to one another. You ready for this? Are you ready? I don't know that we are.
Walk straight at the camera.
The apostles and the elders.
That aisle.
To the apostles and the elders, your brothers. This is like
Ready,
dear
five.
Jenny, right? That's what it's saying.
Take
James.
five.
The apostles and the elders are brothers to the Gentile believers in Antioch, Syria, and Cilicia. Greetings, we have heard that some went out from us without our authorization, and they disturbed you, troubling your minds by what they said.
Ready,
So we
3.
all agreed to
Take
choose
3.
some men and to send them to you with our dear friends Barnabas and Paul, men who have risked their lives for the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore, we are sending Judas and Silas to confirm by word of mouth what it is that we have decided, what it is that we were writing. So do you get the picture here? They didn't have email, they didn't have like verified things, so you had to like send people with a letter, take it over there. And they said, here's the letter. We were
Good job,
actually in the
Hans.
meeting, so we
Thanks
can
for being ready
verify
for
what's
that.
in the letters. Everybody with me right now? That's what's happened. So they get there to Antioch with this letter, and they read it, and here's
Ready,
what it
5.
says. We're sending them with you. We've heard this. It seemed good to
Take
the Holy
5.
Spirit and to us not to burden you with anything beyond the following requirements. So we don't want to burden you with anything beyond these two things. And what are they? That you are to abstain from food sacrificed to animals, from blood, and from the meat of strangled animals. So the first one is food. And secondly, you are to abstain from what?
Ready, 3.
Right.
Take 3.
Okay. You will do well if you avoid these two things.
Ready,
Very
5.
well.
Take 5. Oh, that was dissolved. Dang it.
And Nick, if you make that mistake, there's hope for the rest of us.
Oh, I do.
The switcher needs more training.
Yeah.
I'm obviously going to talk more about one.
Thought I had my
and
finger on the
another,
right button.
Although I would prefer
Should've
to talk about
double-checked.
food the rest of the time. And what a lot of people think
Ready, 1.
is that because I assume nobody has worried about whether or not you ate food that was sacrificed to
Take
idols
1.
in the last week or so. Right, so we think it sort of is gone. It's like disappeared. So if that one's gone, then so has the other one. Both of these are sort of up for debate now because neither one of them really apply to what we're doing. But the reality is that this idea
Ready,
of food
2.
sacrifice to idols, what you'll see in both of these instances is
Take 2.
the letters that would circulate in the New Testament in the early church
6, can you zoom out?
would all be
We'll do that same shot
explaining
again.
these issues in more detail. The food sacrifice to idols wasn't just
All right,
like
ready,
a
6?
rule to appease the Jewish people. It actually
And take 6
was
online.
implicit to the
6 and 2 are live.
It actually had to do with things where we would leverage rights over another person and then cause
Good follow in
harm.
6. Good job.
You can read about this in 1 Corinthians 8, 9,
Good timing
10.
for that, Alan.
You can read about this in Romans 14 and 15. All this is where Paul would talk about this and try to help them apply this.
All right, ready to
in
go back to 2.
the
Ready, 2?
context they were in. And then the
Take
second
2.
one, he says to
2's live
abstain
everywhere.
from
6, you
because
did a good
it
job.
harms
Thank you.
other people.
You can reset your
Because
shot.
it robs our potential for the kind of community and the unity, this new unity that we're talking about. So this is the picture in your head. This is why. You can't just sit here and go, was Paul, or when Paul, were these apostles just being prudish? Were they just wanting to pull back on some things that had gotten out of hand to sort of control things again, or was there more to this? And what you begin to see is the same language
Ready,
around
1.
sex and sexuality.
Take
It's about
1.
not harming other people. Paul would write later, he says, if the will of God is to abstain from sexual immorality, you should possess your body with holiness and honor, and therefore not harm another. And you begin to see this throughout there. Now, it's no question that the culture into which this was written was extremely unfriendly to women, hostile to women. Women had very little rights, and in fact were considered property. There was very stringent sexual expectation on women, almost none on men. And so what this led to is these sort of power differentials of sexual exploitation and abuse and entertainment and prostitution.
Ready, 6.
And the other part about this is it was as broad as we see today. It was rampant.
Take 6.
It was mostly in the elite wealthy class of people because most everybody else was just trying to survive. They did not have the bandwidth or the time to entertain themselves or to pursue this kind of life. So that's the culture in which this is written. And so what a lot of us, what I want to back up from this, because here's the thing: when you hear the word sexual morality, especially in church, you have a very specific thing that you either want to hear or a very specific thing that you don't want to hear.
Take one.
And if we can...
Jason, I think we're at that point where there's no wall content for a while. You want to pull out and keep a wide shot ready for Alan to throw in online once in a while?
Yeah, I was hoping that we were going to be able to put something on the screen, you'd be able to show the screen, and then go back to tight, and I'd be able to do the wide shot. Way out there.
We can do that a little bit with 3 as well. I think this is where we've got a lot of time.
I'm not going to say the things that you're sitting here going, Mike.
So Hans, you could probably come out all the way too. But I do like Jason's shot, even without anything on the wall.
We need a better foundation from which.
And I'll stay on 1 and 2 mostly. Here.
All right.
Maybe 6 a little.
3 if you go all the way to one side, you all the way to one end of your track.
Like what we
and then start your dolly, and I'll come to you.
24 that we have really evolved.
33.
We're far more sophisticated.
Oh, wait for that lady.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And sexuality. We have far better understanding.
Welcome back, ma'am.
Yep.
All right, you can start your move. 3. 33. Good 3 online.
This kind of governance on these areas just because we're sophisticated. We think that we're more enlightened. But the truth is that the statistics
and then I'm going to go to 6. Ready, 6.
Are terrible.
And take 6. 3, you're clear.
Terrible.
And then I'll go to clean 2.
They are inhumane. They are not human.
Ready, 1. Take 1. 1's live everywhere.
The normalization of pornography.
6, you're clear.
It's just normalized today. The undermining of the innocence of our children is not without consequence. It has created enormous pressure that I think has both sort of forced people to wrestle with things before they're ready, to wrestle with things in ways in which they're not ready, certainly in ways that are not healthy. I think it has led to experimentation that's just given us so much license and an increasing appetite for more and more and more. And all this has done is added to the chaos. Could we agree on that? Okay. So we're getting to the same page. We see the harmful impacts of this unmoored vision of sexuality, or view of sexuality. And we see it harming individuals, we see it harming families, we see it even affecting deeply the way that we relate to one another. There's nothing in our culture that really governs our sexual desire or our sexual attraction. And what we miss in this, we are all affected by sexual brokenness in our world because it is the water that we swim in and we don't even know it. We just think it's normal. I have 2 daughters. I remember when they were going to college.
All right, go to 5 online.
In places, and I would tell
35
them,
online.
If you're going and get you a little
Take
toy,
5.
get something,
5 and 1 are live.
And do not put it down. Have y'all heard this counsel before? If you're a young lady, right? You go to a party, whatever. Do not put your drink down.
And back to 1. 1's live everywhere.
Friends that were older than them told them the same advice. Do you know why? Because if you put your drink down, somebody might put something in it to loosen you up or to make you go unconscious so they can have their way with you. This is not a sign of sophistication in the area of sexuality. You understand this, right? Do you realize that in our culture today,
Lula, will you tilt up a little more?
Women will be sexually abused. One in 6 men.
I want to come to 2 and give Karin a break, but I also want to stay on a tight shot right now.
10 of our
He's
children
not moving a whole lot.
will be abused sexually.
I'll find a moment here pretty soon,
That's
Karin, to get off of you.
the culture that we have created. What I want you to know is if you are here and it is likely, in fact, we know this to be true in our congregation, this is the story that many of you share. What I want to say to you is that we have really, really helpful and meaningful ways for you to be able to find both help and healing and a measure of hope beyond the shame or the blame that you might feel. And we want to make sure that we have ways for you to access those places and in those ways to be helpful to you, because we believe that is possible for you. So I want to be very clear with that today. What has happened is we have
Ready, two.
largely made sex an entitlement. It's just like a rite of passage,
Take two.
something that should be at your disposal in order to be human, and that it's sort of elevated as the ultimate human experience, and if that isn't your experience, then somehow your life is diminished. We sort of acknowledge, or we tend towards the idea that your sexuality is the most important part about you and serves as a source of identification. And sex has been removed from anything that tethers it to fidelity. I use the word fidelity often when I'm talking about this. It's fidelity, because fidelity isn't just faithful. I didn't sleep with somebody. Fidelity is that you are safe with that faithfulness. For you to be faithful to somebody doesn't mean you didn't do something that offended them. It means they are safe with you in the most intimate parts of their lives. We have no vision for this. Right, so sex becomes this commodity. It's like a litmus test if you should seriously date or marriage, or it becomes sort of a commodity to exchange or trade to get your way, and maybe some kind of, it's compared, and all the different things that we do in our day and age. And it's no longer seen as an expression of fidelity, of a covenant relationship. And so, regardless of what you believe, I think we can all acknowledge that the culture in which we live in does not have a very healthy view of sex and sexuality. Is that fair? And my burden is, I see nothing on the horizon that is going to change it. I just don't. Nothing really governs our desire and attraction, and so I think people live with this sort of sense
All right, ready,
of
one.
shame and hesitation regarding their sexuality.
Take one.
Are there those who treat it like it's a handshake, right? It's just one more thing that's a part of how we live, and there's this sort of everything in between. We are all affected by this brokenness. No one is immune. No one is immune. I know there are a lot of people in our church, and honestly, we've been dealing with this for years and years and years and years. Sexuality, sexual orientation, sexual attraction in our high school ministries, middle school ministries, college ministries for years and years and years. And I honestly think we deal with it exceptionally well. I'm very grateful for our staff and volunteers and a lot of their support who have helped us in these areas. And so if you're here this morning, and what a lot of people think and believe is that somehow if you struggle or if you're confused, that somehow you're the only one. And that is just not true.
We're good.
Everybody in this room, at some point in time, I'm assuming, has wrestled or struggled or had some measure of confusion or tried to figure their way through all the parts of growing up and learning how to manage or hone or harness or use your sexuality.
I'm gonna go to 6. Ready,
All
6?
of us have experienced this. The problem is
Take 6
we
online.
have to do this with a pressure
6 and 1
and
alive.
impression that isn't helpful at all. And that's why we have to have a better way to help one another.
Ready,
process
1.
this. So my aim
Take 1.
is
1's
not
live
to
everywhere.
do
6 your
what
flick.
we can have the kind of conversations that this topic warrants. This significantly affects people's mental health. It significantly affects their marriages. It significantly affects orientation. It significantly affects divorce. It significantly affects marriage. It affects all of us. And so I think it's time for us to kind of wrestle with this in a way that I hope will be helpful. I want to tell you two, I think, flawed assumptions that I grew up with and perhaps you hold too. So I grew up in the purity movement in the 80s. I know the 80s were the greatest decade to possibly grow up in, I get that. But it was not without its flaws. aren't many, but there are a few. But the messaging of the church was wait until you get married to have sex, right? You wait for marriage to have sex, which is a good message. It's not a bad message. The problem is
Ready, 2.
what it gets translated as, you
Take
get
2.
married in order to have sex. And so every kid, at least I'm a guy, so I only speak from that perspective, but every kid who had like the lust was a thing, and you're like always wrestling and the girls and all that stuff, right? And you get married, and what you think is that marriage is going to cure this. And some of you who aren't married, you don't hold by that same value, but you think that if you have sex, it's going to cure your lust. And it doesn't. What we end up thinking, right, because of this, we sort of think that there's lots of talk about sexual satisfaction. We think that sex is a drive or a desire to be satisfied, as though that can actually happen. And it doesn't. What I've learned is, yes, you can find tremendous satisfaction, but it is never satisfied. Sex, sexuality, sexual desire must be governed. Something must restrain it and hold it and contain it, or it will become harmful to you or other people. And we have almost no vision for this. I remember being married and kind of realized this very early on. Like, okay, getting married didn't cure
Alan, you want to take another wide one?
Now, I was walking with the Lord at the time.
Yeah, let's do a wide shot. 3, can you zoom out for me?
If he stops pacing around, I'll cut to 1 again.
Yeah, all right. When 3 sets and starts the dolly, I'll come to him. 33.
Lord, what are you doing?
And take 3 on line.
I remember kind of wrestling with God in this.
Ready, 1.
I was like, God, you know what do you
Take
I
1.
heard God kind of ask me a question. He said to me, he said, Mike, who is responsible? I've been married about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't remember exactly how long. But God said, who is responsible for your sexual satisfaction? That's easy. It's Julie. He said, no.
Take 1. I tried to time it and I missed it. 3, you're clear.
But the problem is most people believe that. Most people think when you get married, it's that person's responsibility. God said, I am responsible for it. Can you trust me with your desire? That's a big question.
Thank you, sir.
I began to and I learned this prayer. I said, Lord, give me eyes for my wife.
Ready, 2.
I would just pray that all the time. Because what I began to realize very quickly
Take 2.
as a 21, 22, 23-year-old,
Thanks, Tallulah.
that I wanted to be married for a long time. And I needed to have a long view of sex, or it was going to be a problem. Lord, give me eyes for my wife. And what I have found, almost 32 years into marriage, it has very little to do with sex and so much more to do with beauty.
I don't know, Nick, you think 6 and 2 would be a jump cut?
The background's different enough. I think it'd be all right.
All right, ready, 2. Take 2.
But imagine this is a single
Or 6. Yeah, 6 and 2 are live.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, because he's not changing, but everything else is.
Yeah.
And you sort of get
A dissolve would be terrible.
All the time. You can see beyond it rather than seeing through it.
I really like Jason's shot.
The kind of beauty about
I can go
people
there and then come back.
God is doing what he
35.
wants life, regardless if you ever
Take
marry
5.
or not.
And then we'll go back to clean
But
fuse here in a
somehow
second.
sex isn't the thing that fulfills the human experience. The problem is what we have done is we have taken and we have said, let's get a vision for sex
Ready,
that
2.
can accommodate the human experience.
And
Even
take 2.
Christians have done this.
2's live everywhere.
Christian view of sex that can accommodate the human experience. And this is why marriage often gets raised to idolatrous places. Because you think that somehow that's going to be the human experience that fits into this vision of sexuality. What I think we need is I think we need a vision of the human experience that allows sex and sexuality to find its proper place. That's what we need. And I don't think that we have it.
Ready, 3.
The reason this matters.
Take 3.
The reason this matters is because this is an issue, not about something that is right or wrong, should or shouldn't you. This is an issue
See the
of human
X's?
dignity
Yeah.
and
They look
cooperation
so weird in
and
this
the
font.
restoration of trust. So much of what is required for intimacy and sexual intimacy has to do with sacrifice. It has to do with cooperation. It has to do with willing cooperation and deep trust, fidelity.
Ready, one.
We have to have a vision or a picture of
See,
this.
about to
We
go
need
to the
a
next
vision
one.
of human experience in which sex
No idea,
is
just
such
went out of
a
order.
place.
Double dutch, slapped in the face.
And what I want to encourage
Ready, one. Take one.
I want for us to have the courage to reimagine a sexual ethic.
I can hear the typing.
Places our sexuality
Yeah.
within its rightful place.
My brain is starting to think about what's next.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah, you
when I
gotta
leave
go to
here,
work.
what do I got to do? And so I'm
Dang.
trying to line some things up.
Well, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
The news articles of churches and businesses and all the things do the
Ready,
the
five.
trend is not encouraging.
Take five.
And the reason it's important because what I think Paul and Barnabas and John and James, what they were driving at, wasn't to find a moral standard that Christians would comply with. Right? This isn't about some kind of moral compliance, but it was about being a distinctive witness in a chaotic world.
Ready,
Do you
one.
realize one of the major distinctions of the Christ followers in the ancient world was a sexual ethic that
Good job, five, pulling that all in there.
Yeah.
that most
Ready, three.
men were free to have concubines, and that there was a sexual ethic that governed this to actually elevate.
Can you pan over a little bit, Hans? Thanks.
Women. It's like this all gets missed.
Ready, three.
This is one of the distinct
Take
things.
three.
They were bearing witness of a different way in a chaotic culture. And the whole point, I think, for us, is the struggle of community and a new kind of unity. For men and women to find ways to live under the lordship of Jesus. For you and I to do that and to bear witness to truth and to goodness and to beauty. To be able to have eyes for those things. A way of relating to one another where people aren't reduced to objects.
Ready, one.
Where we objectify
Take one.
them and use them for our own use or pleasure or fantasy or whatever it is. But rather than a way of seeing people, seeing one another, and honoring the dignity and the agency that each person has. Like women aren't designed to be gawked at. And it happens all the time. We could be
What is
different.
that?
You could be different.
Is that you, Alan?
This is about
Me what?
It's about
Were you hearing that in the
bearing
mic?
witness to
I
a
was.
different way.
Do you know what it
So I
was?
think
No.
We should all wrestle with this. All of us should wrestle with this.
Somebody's messing with us.
We all know the chaotic sexual culture.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
And we can bear witness in another way. We can do that.
It's gone, whatever it was.
We can refuse to offer ourselves to the kind
It goes
of
to the
things
machine.
that just add to the chaos.
What's that?
Somebody's rubbing on their mic, messing with us, I think.
To actually contribute a measure of hope and a vision for human experience.
No one down here is doing it.
Really? Do you hear it?
I hear it, but it's no one in here that I can see.
Nobody in here either.
How would that feel? How would that be? How
Whoever
much
it is
stress
trying
would
very
it
hard
involve?
not to laugh right now. Wherever they are.
No one down here looks funny.
3 questions. And you got to wrestle this out. I've
Killed all
wrestled
the
it out.
mics.
Yeah.
And if I wrestle it out and tell you what I've done, we won't be able to
My
do
whole
this.
comp set just restarted.
Yep.
And then we're going to do this together.
Did y'all do that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you could do that.
And you just got to write
Still
it
hear
out.
it though.
Like, what do you believe about sex and sexuality? And don't like.
Went away
don't
now.
give me like the sound bites. I mean, what do you know?
Oh, there it is.
I've done a ton of research around this.
I know what it is.
What?
I'm moving my legs and it's hitting the cord attached to my headset.
Oh, really? And the cord's hitting the desk or
So
something?
you just have to
No,
ask-
it's not.
Just your leg?
Number two,
That's really weird.
what should govern sexual desire?
Yeah, can you hear that?
Yeah, I've been hearing it for 10 minutes.
That's the cord hitting the cord.
But what should
That's the
govern?
cord hitting the cord. Wow, that's a little sensitive.
Something has to. What should it be?
Ready, 6?
If you're depending
Take
on
6.
her to look a particular way for that, you are putting so much pressure on a relationship that it really won't.
Today's very different in terms of following Mike and
Yeah.
content and what shots we gotta jump to when.
I feel, really, I think this is so important.
We've sat on one like over half the time, I think.
Well, and this is such an intense topic.
I know, that's why I'm trying to
Yeah.
keep it on one. I'm glad he's not jumping around really.
I think if you wrestle out those three
Ready,
questions,
1.
you do the work. I'll do the work.
Take 1.
And we can do the work together to kind of build a distinct culture, a distinct witness in a sexually chaotic world that might serve, prayer for that hope would serve to provide some space and margin, especially for our next generation, to be able to process this in a healthy way and find what God has always intended for this relationship within a covenant. And so we can agree to do that together. That would be awesome. Can we do that? Perfect. Thanks. The 9 of you who said that. Before I pray, I do want to just say this. If you are here and you are struggling,
This may be the care link.
in any way,
Okay.
we are prepared to help. We are prepared to help.
Yeah, will you show me that link? He's
Yeah.
gonna lose his timer. Oh, maybe not.
Care and all this. I want you to hear that. I do not want you to be afraid.
I wonder if Clay will mention it.
If you're here and abuse is a part of your story,
I still think it's possible Mike's gonna say it right now,
to help.
but if he doesn't, Clay will.
Ministries, we have great
I say we just go for it now. He said
All right,
resources.
show him the link. Yep.
process and begin to find hope and healing
Ready, 2.
regardless of
Take
your story.
2.
So I just want to make that very, very clear for the rest of us.
There, we can see it a little
We
better.
may show it again in dismissal if he says it, but
That's fine.
Start to wrestle with
it felt right.
Yeah,
so that we can
Yeah, I agree. All right, we can take it out.
the kind of conversations
I'm gonna show it a little longer.
process
Oh.
this.
I think Clay's gonna say something again.
Probably.
We'll hold it up longer then.
Can we do that?
All right, I'm
Would you like
pulling
to
up.
be a part of that? Perfect. Father, thank you.
Katie, you can leave it up for now. We might show it one more time while Clay's
I
up
do
here.
pray for all
Ready,
of us as we
3.
swim in this water.
Take 3.
We have access on our phones, our
Bounce the ball button
computers, nearly nonstop to all sorts of things. And it's not without
Ready,
effect.
1.
So I ask you would help us to
Take
give
1.
you allegiance in this
Well,
way.
mobiles, I know that the message today wasn't as active as it has been and usually will be.
That rather than seeing sex
But
as a
the times we
means
did
so
need your
we
shots,
begin
it was
to
so
see
helpful to have y'all out there.
the beauty that you have created.
Sorry,
and
you were
designed,
just sitting there a lot of the time.
and that this other part would find its place within that. So I ask you to do that. I pray for those who are here who need someone to talk to, that you would give them the courage, that we would be safe enough.
Stand by
to do
3
that.
for the transition.
And so, Father, we just ask you to help us to navigate this well. And so I lift all this to you in the name of your Son, Jesus, who is our King. Amen.
And go for Clay.
Take 3.
Amen. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Hey, before y'all move,
Ready, 2.
like Mike already said, I think the message today is
Take
super
2.
helpful. But it meets us in different places.
1, will you actually stay
in
on
our
Mike?
stories, and if
Because
you
he
need
jumped
help
back
in any way,
in
That's our posture. We just want to help. We have people,
last
we
time.
have places,
We can do
have
that care link again if you want.
One of the easiest things that you can do is go to our care page on our website, portcity.church/care. You can find all the resources there and just ask for help. That's what we want to do, is step in and have good and helpful conversations with you.
Stand by
So you can find
5.
hope and healing in Jesus.
I don't know
Today,
if I'll
if you
get a
wanna
chance
talk
to take it or
someone
not,
and
Jason,
pray
but
for you,
I'm
we'll have staff, we'll have some
considering it.
volunteers down front. We would love to meet you in that way.
Think we're gonna run
Church,
out
we
of
love you
time.
guys. Everybody take a breath.
Ready 5?
You're dismissed.
Oh, never mind. Ready
Have a
black.
great rest of your day. Thank you.
Dissolve black.
All right, and
Go ahead and roll.
Go to walkouts.
All right, good job, everybody. I got to roll out of here because I've got to be at my next place. So.
All right. See you, Alan.
Everybody have a great week.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, everybody. See y'all
Bye,
next
guys.
time.
Yes, thank you all very much. Have a great week.